What is going on, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. We are here with SWF Nothing to Lose, live, sold out, 30,000 people in the Nevada State Armory. The show starts with the pre-tape showing the arrival of the main event, Rocky Golden and Des Davids to the Nevada State Armory. 95 rated segment to open the show, which is great. And Rocky Golden was poor when trying to improvise dialogue. Didn't have him cutting a promo. Again, this character development thing, it does improvisation, which is fine. 95 rated segment to open the show. You love to see that. And then Domination are backstage before their match to open the show. Adam Smasher says that in just a few minutes they'll put the final nail in the coffin of Faith and Old Glory's dream of becoming tag team champions. 74 rated segment. This was just supposed to be Maddie Faith character development. I'm just going to stop saying it. Anytime you see that and they don't talk, it's probably because I did character development, because that's the note I make when there's an ongoing arc. Anyway, Adam Smasher struggled when going off script, 74 rated, and here it comes. I'm excited for this match, by the way. Going in the very first match, Faith and Old Glory have been putting on amazing matches. Domination have been putting on amazing matches, and now they get to meet once more. Here we go. No! I mean, this match kind of stunk, comparatively speaking. Faith and Old Glory defeat the Domination in 15 minutes when Maddie Faith pins Bear Bukowski with a leap of faith. Faith and Old Glory win the SWF World Tag Team titles. It's supposed to be a big crowning moment. The match, 75 isn't bad. You wanted it to be better. 68 wrestling, 67 crowds, 75 rated match. Bear Bukowski sustained a fractured cheekbone. I know that slowed him down naturally, right? If we scroll down, being disrupted by injury. Bear Bukowski still did a 66. So, maybe this would have been a 77. Probably wouldn't be that much better. Anyway, Faith No Glory win the tag team titles. Yep. Fractured cheekbone. This match did a lot better than I thought it would, considering Lenny Brown was slowed down by an injury, but Lenny Brown defeats Rogue in 10 minutes with the star treatment. 72 rated match. I'm excited. If you can't tell by this note, this storyline's still going to go on. I'm excited to run this back. See if we can get that up to like a 75. Lenny Brown, after the match, tries to shake Rogue's hand and show respect. Rogue turns around and walks away. 69 rated segment. And then in kind of like a little, cool down match here to separate. Forrest Ratzlaff and Sick and Twisted defeated Fro Shore, Marty Simmons, and Stevie Stanley. 59 rated match. Nothing too crazy. Hellion with a 48, John Greed with a 53, Forrest Ratzlaff with a 51, Stevie Stanley 39, Marty Simmons 38, Fro Shore 55. It was just to get these guys on the card and also give these guys a boost in pop for being on a pay-per-view. Wow, this match did pretty good too. Steven Parker defeats Kip Keenan in 12 minutes with a future shock. Justice Jolson ran in and attacked Kip Keenan. 63 rated wrestling, 57 rated crowd, 75 rated match. That's amazing. Steven Parker with a 62, Kip Keenan with a 64. This guy's the future for real. This guy's the GOAT. He's the future. He's 35 years old, but still, we got big plans for him. Not good. Not a good segment. This was just a quick little 2-minute segment here. Randy Unleashed just told the Awesomeness to stay out of this match no matter what. 68 rated segment. And now on to the match. 79. It's anytime it kind of comes down a little bit, the boys go out and pull one right back. Mikey Loud defeats Randy Unleashed in 15 minutes by pinfall with a Dragon Whip. During the match, Jefferson Stardust and Huey Cannonball distracts Randy Unleashed. Now, this wasn't like them turning on him by any means. This was, they came out to aid him, like to help him. And Randy Unleashed, kind of took his eye off the ball. Although he didn't have the upper hand at the time. He was able to take control of the match, and he took his eye off the ball, and he kind of like called out the Awesomeness, like, what are you doing? I told you to go. And of course, Mikey Loud, being a valiant hero, was unaware of this distraction. He ends up, after the awesomeness leave, he ends up taking control of the match and picks up a win. And now we are tied at 1 apiece for these two. 79 rated match. It's pretty good. Wrestling 78, crowd rating 72, 79 rated segment. They have good chemistry. I've seen bigger jumps than this than up to a 79 than these two. Maybe would have liked to see it in the 80s, but that's okay. Can't be too angry. And then right after that, Remo defeats ZWB by pinfall with the Destroyer. See, this is a good jump here. 73 wrestling, 76 crowd, 80 rated match. Remo defeats ZWB as stated. Remo with a 78, ZWB with a 69. And after the match, Remo picks up ZWB and plants him with the Destroyer once more. This storyline is going to keep on going for a little bit longer. And now this next match is the match I'm most excited for. I don't think there's a segment before it. I love that the pay-per-view's mainly wrestling with tiny little segments in between, so this isn't going to be nearly as long as other episodes, but that's okay. This is Hollywood Brett Starr versus Spencer Spade. My prediction is this match steals the show. Barring an injury, this should be the highest rated match on the card. Right now, that's an 80. I think that this should be like an 85 or an 86. This should be one of the best Cornellverse matches I've done in TEW 9. I think personally. Hopefully, I'm not wrong. Barring an injury or very, very poor algorithm segment ratings. Bang! Holy! This is it. The best match we've done so far. This is the best match I've done in Cornellverse, period, in TEW 9. Hollywood Brett Starr defeats Spencer Spade with a Hollywood Hammer following botched interference by Paul Huntington. So Paul Huntington came out to help Spencer Spade get the belt back, and Hollywood Brett Starr is able to avoid it. Spencer Spade gets hit. 1, 2, 3. Brett Starr makes defense number 3 of the SWF North American title. Hollywood Brett Starr with an 80. Spencer Spade with an 83. 82 rated wrestling. 78 rated crowd. 87 rated segment. And the storyline, the Rat Pack Ruckus has ended with this segment. And I promise you, I know there maybe are some people that would have booked this a little differently. Maybe Spencer Spade would have won the first match and then Hollywood Brett Starr would have won it later. I promise you guys, I'm not going to be able to pivot based on comments because I'm recording these all in advance for the most part. But if you've gotten this far, I promise you, you will not be disappointed with the direction of Spencer Spade because that guy is the GOAT. And after the match, everyone's kind of struggling, which is crazy today. Must be a lot of pressure. After the match, Spencer Spade slowly walks away from the ring with his head down while Brett Starr celebrates in the background. 75 rated segment. I believe next should be Valiant and Scythe. And this match does really good too. Okay. Scythe defeats Valiant in 15 minutes by pinfall with an Underworld Spike. Wrestling with a 77, crowd with a 79, 81 rated match. That's really good. Scythe with a 77, Valiant with a 76. And then after the match, Valiant uses the ropes to climb up from the canvas and simply mouths. He doesn't grab a microphone, he mouths, this isn't over. I'm going to let these guys run it back. And now, main event time. I wish I would have done a little bit of looking on how the 50th year show went, but I know that I was a little upset with the final rating of the main event because of the heat of the story, and then the wrestling rating and crowd rating not being that much, smaller than the final rating, if at all. I remember being fairly disappointed. I would love to see these guys go out, and I don't think they're going to top 87 by any means, but if they can maybe be, what did these guys do in 81? If they can be, 81, 82, if they could have the second best match on the card, I would be very happy, especially since neither of them can really sell well. So here we go. Main event time. My eyes are closed. If you guys don't know, 99% of the time, I close my eyes before I click next segment going into the main event, and you guys see how it does before I do. Here we go. In a bout that had fantastic heat and great wrestling, Rocky Golden defeats Des Davids in 18 minutes with a rocky road. Rocky Golden makes defense number 9 of the SWF World Heavyweight title, and it happened again. It happened again. Rocky Golden gets an 89, Des Davids with a 79. The wrestling rating was an 84, the crowd rating was an 87, with a segment rating of 80. I know it's going to say down here, segment rating was penalized for lack of selling. It was not so bad that you couldn't give me an 85 on this match by any means. I mean, the wrestling rating was an 87, wrestling rating was an 84. Now I'm ticked, and now you guys are listening to me rant. Crowd rating was an 87. This match should have been an 85, I think. I've seen, throughout this series, we've seen wrestling ratings and crowd ratings being as low as 62, and the match goes up to a 75. I couldn't get an 85 for the main event. We couldn't get an 85. It's okay. It is what it is. And to close the show, Nothing to Lose closes with Rocky Golden celebrating. 100 rated segment. I mean, it's still going to be an 85 or above. I feel like the show should be. A little disappointed with the main event again, but still a good show anyway. Like, it wasn't, let's not let the main event undermine how good of a show it was. All of our matches, barring the Lenny Brown and Rogue one, which still did really well, even though Lenny Brown was hurt, was great, right? I mean, Remo, ZWB got an 80. Like, we had a really, really good show. I'm just a little disappointed with the main event, but let's not undermine that, right? Rocky Golden had a great performance. And then that North American Championship match was great. 87 rated show, second best show of the save so far. Yeah, really, really happy with this. Before we go, we want to look at the popularity growth here. Obviously, I will address the locker room. We're going to go Rocky Golden, Spencer Spade, Hollywood Brett Starr, and then we're going to give Lenny Brown some encouragement. Well, we're going to point him out as a good example because he had a good match, even with an injury. And then we're going to praise both of these boys for having a great performance. We're going to tell Rocky Golden that he's awesome, that he's awful. Hey, what? Of course, Barabakowski can work through his fractured cheekbone. I wonder if he's going to come out with like one of those like face masks. Financial report, we made $6.6 million. I did a broadcaster update. We now have pay-per-view in Mexico, so that definitely helped. And the popularity recap, we gain popularity everywhere. We don't jump up any in America, but we do gain popularity there. We've jumped up in Mexico and Canada. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of SWF. I just recorded like a month worth of shows. Ever since the show after the SWF birthday spectacular, that I recorded all of those episodes in one session. So now that the pay-per-view's over, I'm going to take a little bit of a break. I hope you guys enjoyed. A little bit of a break, not in the upload schedule, but like that's just what I'm doing. I'm going to get off this game for a little bit and just take a break, and I hope you guys enjoyed. It's been the Bronx Prince, and I'm out. Later.